It is very difficult to find one of those games that we love to play and that we keep loving to play it after months or even years. We normally play anywhere between 50 to 80 hours depending on the game that we are playing, because then we reach the end of the story and we probably never look back. Unless we are talking about a very good game that we love to play and somewhere in the future we will replay the same game. Of course, there are some types of games that simply allows us to keep going back to it even after thousands of hours. And for sure, Minecraft is one of those. Hi, I'm Lucas Highland, and today we are going to talk about the best way to play Minecraft and to keep enjoying playing it even after months or maybe years. This, of course, according to my experience that you can completely disregard if you so desire, but if you do, do it respectfully on the comment section. I believe most people who ever played Minecraft sometime came to the point that they simply started to feel bored and gave up the game. And I am no exception. Most people's experience with Minecraft is something like this. I started playing Minecraft, I broke some trees, I made a huge hole in the ground searching for diamonds, I built a little ugly house. In the first 3 days I played almost 50 hours, played a few times during the next week, and then I never looked to this game again, at least for some time. Well, this was exactly how my first experience with Minecraft was. And surprisingly, many people to whom I talked to about this topic had a very similar or exactly the same experience. After that happened to me, it took me years to try playing Minecraft again. And after all those years, one day, out of nowhere, I got an idea. What if I did the same thing as before, breaking random stuff, building ugly stuff, but with some friends? It should be fun. And just like this, I opened my first Minecraft Realm. For those who don't know, a Minecraft Realm is an official server from Mojang, the developer of Minecraft. And by subscribing to a Realm, this is not sponsored by the way, why should Mojang, a company that belongs to Microsoft, pay a less than 500 subscribers channel to promote their product? This makes no sense. It is one of the best ways to play Minecraft with your friends. With a Realm, any player can join the game at any time they want, without the need of someone with a main computer turn it on to host the game. There are other options like hiring a server, building a server yourself, but the most practical one is actually to get a Realm. It has some limitations, but it's okay. My first Realm was in the Bedrock edition, so all of my friends could join if they wanted, regardless of the platforms they like to play on. For those who don't know, there are two different versions for Minecraft. The Java version, which works in Windows, Macs, and if I'm not mistaken, it also works in Linux, but I'll have to confirm it. And there's also the Bedrock edition, which is the version that works basically everywhere, in the phones, in the iPads, tablets, with Android, PS5, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, basically everywhere but Mac. So if you are a Mac player like I am sometimes, you will have to play the Java version, it's the best one. But as I said, my first Realm was in the Bedrock edition. It was really fun to play there with all my friends. And I built a castle. We made some farms like a wool farm and so on. And then after 2 or 3 months, suddenly and slowly, without any reason, we simply stopped logging in. And then after a few months, we decided to close the Realm because no one was logging in anymore. And now, well, even between playing big titles such as Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Overwatch 2, God of War, and Horizon Forbidden West, for example, the game that I still playing the most and spend most time on is still Minecraft. And now, with a Realm running for the past 7 months and with no hints that we will stop soon, I think I finally found the right and the best way to play Minecraft Survival. First of all of my discoveries is that Minecraft is a game that's meant to be played with friends. I believe that it's the only way to still having fun in the long term. I know there are a few people who likes to play Minecraft in single player, but now I see this as a more niche way to play it because most people would like more and will enjoy more the game if they play with friends. Building in this game gets another meaning when you get to show your constructions to your friends who understand how hard it was to build them. And there is no problem in being a show-off in a Minecraft server. After all the buildings are there, they are gonna stay there probably forever in that server, and all the buildings that you construct are built for the community. Basically, most people will use all the buildings or most of the buildings if they are useful, and if they are not, they at least are making the world more beautiful and more robust and complete. Not only showing your constructions to your friends, but also seeing the other cool stuff that your friends are making is also cool. Or sometimes even better, you can not only show and see, but you can build something together. It is faster to construct, and for sure the construction you build together will have more meaning. Because you are not only creating a building, a construction, you are creating a collective memory, a collective experience to share and remember. It's also much more interesting to see how different people can contribute to create a rich world than to create everything just by yourself and for yourself. For example, in my world we have all the kinds of people, and this reflects very transparently in the way the players play the game. And when we see all these combinations in the same place, it creates something that you could not create by yourself. Ever. Unless you have many personalities, but in this case I strongly suggest you to look for a psychiatrist. For example, in our server we have people like Daisy, who loves to create extremely creative buildings, but only discover the middle click function to select a block that you are pointing to from your inventory like 3 days ago. But at the same time we have another guy who's simply the redstone master and knows everything about the game mechanics, but he lives in a freaking outdoor storage. Well, very contrasty personalities. Minecraft is one of the best social games I ever played in my life. And this is what makes it last for so long and still being fun. But there's something else that also can last for many years and still being fun. Subscribing to my channel! It will only take you a few seconds and you will have access to all of my videos. I post a new video about the video game industry every single week. Will you help me to reach the 500 subscribers before the end of this year? I believe you will. Thank you, and now back to the video. But after all of this enters the second problem. I already started a realm before and it only lasted like half of the time as this one. Why did this happen? Well, even groups can miss the way to look at this game. Many people play differently. And if you are among those who don't play Minecraft very much and for some reason is watching this video, well, Minecraft can be an extremely complex game if you so desire, with endless, infinite possibilities and basically with the difficulty that you set yourself. What I found out is that it's easy to get bored of building just for the sake of it. The reason why we build things in the game need to be as good as the construction itself. Confusing? Let me try to make it a little easier to understand. In the previous server, the first thing I wanted to make was, as I mentioned before, a huge castle, all built in survival. And it took me almost 2 months to create it. Actually, it was almost the entire time I played in that server, which made me obsessed with a big solo construction. And even before I had opportunity to complete it 100%, everybody left the server. Because after 2 months, everybody constructing their own things but just in the same spot, there was no contribution to a rich and complex and robust world like we are doing in this new one. Everybody in the server simply didn't know what they were supposed to build, and we never tried to build something together before. We were so worried about building a Death Star, building a castle, building an underground submarine thing. Weird. I don't know how to describe that construction, but basically we were trying to build beautiful and big things solo in the server. So although it was better than the single player, it was not as good as it could be. It was not as fun as it is right now for me. But in this new server, we found a way to never run out of ideas to build something again. And the idea was something like this. Let's try to make everything as automated and advanced as possible and create lots of useful buildings and farms. But normally the more powerful and efficient a farm is, the uglier it is too. So what we did was we found a central region where most of the players will build around this region. We found a lake with a small island in the middle, and we basically built everything inside of this area, almost everything. So we started to make lots of farms all around this main region. But then we cover these ugly farms with cool buildings. For example, we needed a villager breeding for the trading hall, so I built an entire love hotel to host the breeder. And even though the breeder is a very small farm, the building that hosts it is quite big. And then we did something similar with the iron farm, the wool farm, the item storage systems, and so on. And just this method made the whole server look more robust, complete, and populated. Now it's not just a matter of everybody has their own house everywhere in the map, but also there are lots of useful constructions. And we also decided that all the farms are shared. So we build the farms together, or at least we help the main builder to build that more easily. Sometimes when they don't just simply appear with a huge slime farm built from night to day without anybody knowing that they were building that. Not only that, but now our beautiful buildings also have some function, which makes those beautiful buildings that took lots of effort to build to be visited more often. So it's much more pleasing to create difficult buildings because they are not just decorative. There's nothing wrong with decorative buildings, and we also make a few of them from time to time, but many people need reasons to build things in game to have the most fun out of it. And this was the best way we found to stay motivated and keep building new beautiful and complex stuff inside the server. And to finish, this method won't work for everybody, but if you play any kind of role-playing game like Dungeons & Dragons, for example, you will probably love this last part. You can also create role-playing buildings, where you and your friends will do stuff that you couldn't do by yourselves. I think this didn't come out as expected. Okay, I think you get it. But for example, you can create a town hall where you will discuss the rules of the server, judge the criminals for their crimes, create a prison for the criminals, areas for PvP, cemeteries, and much more. If you are into role-playing, the possibilities are endless. And you can and should create buildings in your world specifically for role-playing. What we are building for role-playing right now is basically a cemetery. It doesn't have a function inside the game. It's not needed. It's not contributing to the world production and so on, but it's a way that we can build story inside of the server. When we had an NPC that accidentally was blown away by TNT, a creeper, or if we simply had to kill them for a reason, their memories will stay forever in the server. And this gives the server a new dimension, and it's very cool too. And it's just a small example. You can also go on exploring and adventures together to find specific rare items, natural buildings, biomes, among lots of other cool stuff that you could do together that I could just stay 6 hours mentioning every single one of them if I wanted to. Of course, Minecraft is a sandbox game, and there is no right and wrong way to play it. And the thumbnail and title of this video were just clickbaits that if you are watching this video right now, you probably fell for it. I'm sorry. But as this is a game that do not give you a specific path to play, it's very easy to find yourself asking, now what? Mainly if you are just starting. So I strongly recommend you to invite some friends to start a server or realm if you didn't already. It will be the best experience this amazing game will provide you. Much better than simply grinding alone to slay a dragon and seeing the credits, as many people I know used to think Minecraft was all about. Or even worse, like those people who just think that Minecraft is breaking walls, breaking trees, and building stuff. As we just discussed, Minecraft can be much more than just going after the Ender Dragon, or punching trees and gathering stuff and building things. It can be a game of building stories, having fun together with your friends when they live far away from you, for example. It is a sandbox game, not only in the sense of what you can do inside of the game, but also in what you create inside the game, the way you play the game. It's a very free and complex game. It can basically be what you want it to be. I hope this video helps you to make this game even better somehow. Let me know in the comments how you like to play Minecraft and what are your recommendations you have to give to me to make my experience even better if you have something good to mention that I didn't mention in this video. Thank you for watching. I'm Lucas Highland. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and drop a like on this video. It helps me a lot. I bring new videos about the video game industry every single week, unless I'm sick, which happened a few weeks ago. I don't remember, but it doesn't matter. And we only have 9 days to get the 13 subscribers that I'm missing right now to reach the 500 before the end of the year. Can we do it? Please, can we do it? If you have nothing better to do, watch these other videos that YouTube is suggesting you, and if you have something better to do, do it, and then come back and watch these other videos that YouTube is suggesting you. Thank you again, bye bye, and see you in the next video.